Hi everyone, it's Brooke here, your Norwex independent sales consultant with our famous mop system. Now I'm here to show you why the mop is one of the most sought after things in our range. Everyone wants the mop, okay? Are you in love with your current mop system? I'm guessing, unless it's a Norwex mop, probably not. So let me show you a smarter, quicker, healthier, greener way to do your floors with our Norwex microfiber and water. All right, okay, so here we go. Let me start with the Mop Pole. It's all ergonomically designed and it's very light and easy. So we start on this end, we have a ball that spins round. It's non-marking, so it doesn't matter if you bang it against the wall. This will actually remove scuff marks off your lino. Something we've discovered with it, which is a bit special. Hey Christine, thanks for joining in. You guys, if you have any questions as I go along and you're quick, you can type them in and I'll try and answer them live. Or if you have questions watching the replay later, if you type them in, I'll be able to see them and answer them. Hey Janelle, everyone's tuning in. This is great. All right, so then following down, we have a little piece here, which is handy for resting it against things. So if you're halfway through your mopping, and you need to rest it against something. I don't tend to do this a lot, but I've seen other people do it. They rest their mop there if you don't want a wet mop sitting on the floor. All right, going down, it's just half a turn, easily adjustable. Half a turn, you can put it wherever you want. So we've got kid height. Let me get in the shot. Hopefully you can see both my head and my feet, and you can still hear me. So we've got kid height, yes. Kids can do the floor. It's very easy. It's just with water. We have husband height. Any husbands that clean out there? Oh my God, not me. Or, you know, high ceilings, because this is not only for the floors. And then they say to have it about chin height for best posture, because like I said, it's all ergonomically designed. Just half a twist, and there you go. So there's two parts to our mopping system, and there's actually a range of mop pads depending on what floors you have. But the ones I'm going to show you today are our all-rounders, which is great because these are the ones that come in our host program and they come in our starter kit if you decide to join Norwex. But so these are the ones that I like to show, and they will do all hard floors no matter what you got, okay? So this is what we call dry mopping. It's like a dust mitt for your floor, and this is my actual one from my actual house, which I'm standing in. So it is a little bit dirty. You can see I've been using it. So it's like a dust mitt for your floor, whizzes around, creates a static charge as it goes, and that helps the dust and hair, human hair and pet hair, stick into it. And if you do it in a figure eight, that way any chunks you come across will come with you, and then you can just dustpan them up or collect them up with a wet cloth. Then we have the wet mop pad, which I've already pre-wet, which I'll show you that one soon. But before we even get to the floors, let me show you, this thing is very multi-purpose. So we can also use it on the walls and ceilings. So it's just got very high quality Velcro on the back and on the base, and you know, I've been using mine for 6 years and it's never ever looked like coming unstuck. So what we do is we just pop it down like that and pop the base on the bottom. I kind of tap it with my feet either side, and then off we go. Oh, so if we're doing the walls, I should show you this. There's a little piece in here, and it's got lock written on it. So what it does is if you are doing the floors, you have it locked this way, horizontal, then the base spins all around 360, so you can get all in the nooks and crannies of your furniture. But if you're doing the walls and ceilings, I recommend to actually click it so it clicks down, so then it's parallel with the pole. That way it just rocks. It restricts the movement a little bit. It just rocks. It doesn't spin all around, so you have a bit more control when doing walls and ceilings. So that's how I've got it there. So maybe you can see me. I'm going way over here, and I don't have a lot of spare wall space to clean, but maybe you do. But I'm sure you'll get the idea. So you can dry. This is what we call dry mopping. So it's removing the dust, so there's nothing for the mold to stick to. Okay. And, you know, getting all the cobwebs. If you get it on the right angle, you can go around that top bit. I don't even know what it's called. Is it called a pelmet? I'm not sure. Anyway, so dusting. Oh, bit of dust there. You can do across your ceilings like this. When you're doing the ceilings, I recommend for you to keep your body underneath the pole as much as possible and just follow with it. That way you won't get any flipping. So that's how we use it on the walls, but of course it's probably best known for its use on the floors. So like I said, if you do it, what I kind of do is if you offset this piece here, let me offset it a little bit, and it'll probably annoy people who like things exactly perfect, but you'll understand why I'm doing that in a minute. See how I've offset it and I have a bigger piece out here? Well, that runs along the bit on the bottom. Help me here, what's it called? Kickboard, whatever. Yep, so you can dust that as you go. So I tend to go right around the edge of my room. I don't know if I'm still in the shot here. Go right around the edge, having that bit on the kickboard, and then I colour in the rest of the room. I've still got to click this back to floor mode. Righto. So whiz around, and I can go, see, I love the low profile on this mop. You can see I'm going halfway under my rocking chair here. And because the base is bigger than because the pad is bigger than the base, I'm bumping into things and I'm not scratching them, which I really like too. So super quick and easy, one hand on the ball, one hand on the pole, stand up straight, and it just whizzes around, gets it all done. And what have we got? Oh yes, a bit of yuck there. Skirting boards, thank you, that's what they are. What did I call them? Kickboards. And do you know what? The bit in the kitchen, that seems to be this perfect width for cleaning around the edge of they are called kickboards in the kitchen, aren't they? Skirting boards maybe, I don't know, you know what I mean. That's the perfect size for that. So if you put it up against that down the bottom, put your foot against it, you'll get the perfect width to mop that area first before you mop the floor. Okay, so what we do there is you get this rubber brush that comes in our mop sets. They're so good, and also have lots of uses as well, like car carpet, boat carpet, clean your mats, clean pet hair off furniture, but it's designed for doing this, cleaning the dry mop pad. So normally I would take this outside, just rip the whole thing off, take it outside, and give it a good brush up and down, and then you're good for next time. I only pop mine in the wash when it gets quite dirty, but you can also do it over a bin. I'm just going to do it right here on the floor, which seems a bit dumb because I've just cleaned it. And there you go. So that's it. So that's the dry mopping side of it. And now we have the wet mop. So this is really where I think the Norwex mop comes into its own. Hey Tanya, thanks for joining in. So what I've done here is just taken that mop pad, put it under the tap, cold water even. I've wet it all completely, and then I've rolled it up and then wrung it out really well, okay? So it's no drips, because remember, it's not the water that's doing the cleaning, it's the little tiny fibers in the microfiber. Cleaning it, 99% of bacteria gone, just like you saw me clean the chicken off the cutting board. So we've wet that just with water, and there's nothing complicated to click it into or anything like that. You just put it on the floor. Now put your base on it. I tap it with my foot twice. That's it. Off you go. So once again, you could start on the walls if you wanted to. No more getting up on a chair with your sugar soap and all that rubbish. You can wash your walls really quick and easy. There you go, I've just cleaned a mark off there. This was so popular in the Townsville floods when everyone, almost everyone, had mould in their houses. The Norwex mop just about sold out. And actually Norwex were very generous and donated thousands of dollars worth of Norwex mops and other cleaning products to the Townsville community for the relief effort. which was amazing. So yeah, there you go. You can definitely clean your ceilings with it. I'm just looking out there under my awning outside on my veranda. I've got these moths that lay those eggs. Do you have them? Oh gosh, they just keep coming. But I just remove them, and you know, it makes it very quick and easy. No drama. No drama, Yana. All right, so now this is where it really comes into its own, because there's no mop and bucket system, okay? There's, you know, forget those days and the stinky old string mop. No chemicals, just water, and off we go. So it's really quick and easy. So you can go back and forward, or you can go in a figure eight. If I've dry mopped beforehand, I know there's nothing on the floor, so I can just go back and forth like this. Now here's a hot tip for you lazy housewives out there, me included. If you haven't dry mopped first, or you haven't vacuumed first and you've got stuff on the floor, why don't you get out your wet mop and do it in a figure eight? Because then you're actually collecting the dirt and the hair and the chunks and mopping the floor all in the one hit. So there you go. And when I'm done, I just take this off and throw it in the washing machine. I like to wash it with my Norwex laundry powder though, because I know that will protect and look after the microfiber and not coat the fibers. So that's it. That's the wet mop. So we'll cut that off. Now, a couple of other things here I wanted to show you. There is the other mop pads available. So we have one here that you can use dry if you've got super glossy floors or you've got a lot of pet hair inside. This is a alternative that works really well in that way. We have a tile mop pad. So this is used in the same way as the wet mop pad. It's just got extra scrubbiness sewn in between there. So I really use these two interchangeably, to be honest with you. I have both, and I just use whatever one is first on the pile. But I've got a timber deck outside. When I'm cleaning the bird poo and stuff off that, I use this one, because anywhere that's a bit more textured or it's a bit older, tile mop might be the go for you. So I can have a chat with you and work out which one is best for your particular floor. And then we have one made of the window cloth, which sounds quite odd, but I'll show you what that is used for now. Okay, so we have an Enviro wand, and it is very flexible. You can bend it into shape. If I had ceiling fans, I'd be able to show you how that fits over the blade, and you can clean the dust that's been sitting there forever. You can use it wet or dry, and this sleeve just pops on and off, okay? And but I use mine down beside the dryer, because that can become a fire hazard with all that dust there, and beside the dishwasher, any nooks and crannies I can't quite get to. Clean the air cons up high along the top. But let me show you a trick with it. This part can go onto our, I don't ever have enough hands for this part. This part can go onto our mop handle. So if you've got super high ceilings, or you want to wash the top of your car and you can't reach, this can go on the mop pole, which is very handy. Now the handle of that, if that goes on the mop pole, this bit must be able to go on this bit, right? And it does. Look at this. Now you've got a handheld window cleaning system, or pool fence cleaning system. Really quick way to clean all the tiles in your bathroom, or if you just got a lot of surface area to cover, more than the cloths, this might be a smart option for you. So how we use this is, let me grab our wet mop pad. So you would pop this on, say you're cleaning a lot of glass, okay, a shop front or something like that. You wet this, pop it on there, and I would pop that down to lock so it doesn't spin all around. Then you would clean all your glass, because it's the microfiber and the water that will pick up everything that's on the surface. Then you quickly rip that off, and you put the window cloth mop pad on there, and this is what you dry it with, okay? Just like we use the Enviro cloth and the window cloth, like I did yesterday on my glass door. Hi Gail, thanks for tuning in. Then this would be your drying cloth, and so easy, so quick and easy. And when I said the bathroom tiles, you could pop your tile mop pad on there, and if you're in a hurry, quickly clean your bathroom tiles just like that. So I thought I'd show you that little thing. Now, and one more thing actually, before I get on to the ways you can get the mop. If you want to stop the dirt from even coming in your house, invest in one of these at each entry. These are so awesome. These are our entry mats. I've got our brown one down here on the floor because it kind of matches my timber look vinyl here, but this is quite popular, this color. It goes with most tiles and decor. So we've got our very absorbent microfiber there. We've got our scrubby bits here, which will take off some stuck on stuff. It's rubber backed, so it doesn't slip around. So if you've got kids or elderly, so good for that, coming into the house, got a pool maybe, grass clippings, collects all of this. In fact, so good that people have come back to me. You know, I'm like, how do you like your mat? Oh, I love it, but it was covered with stuff on day one. I'm like, brilliant, it's doing its job, perfect. That's exactly what it's designed to do. That means all that stuff isn't in your house now. And actually they say when we bring chemicals into our house on the floor, on our bottom of our shoes, now I must say, if you're not taking your shoes off at the door, you probably should, because they say like 80% of chemicals are brought in the first 4 steps on the bottom of your shoes. But if you've got somewhere where it's just not practical to take your shoes on and off, give them a good wipe on this. That microfiber is so good at removing stuff. 99% of germs, right? So anyway, just thought I'd show you that. And if there's any campers out there, I ain't a camper, I'm sorry, but if there's any happy campers out there, I have heard that people take these campings because they're so good at keeping the sand from coming into your tent or your camper van or anything like that. So thought I'd show you that while we're on the floors as well. Now, there's a few ways to get these goodies. You can buy the mop system. It's worth every cent. And if it's in your budget and you're after a new mop, you won't look back if you grab one of these. I have posted the different sets in there, but if you just ring me up, we can have a chat about what type of floors you have and work out the best deal for you. So that's one. You can buy it, surprise, surprise. You can earn it for free by hosting your own demo, just like the girls are doing this week. Online demos, so easy, and it doesn't matter where you are, right? And doesn't matter where your friends are. And we can just do the same thing again in a fortnight. The mop system is in our host program. So many people, if they have their eye on the mop system, but they can't quite fit it into their budget, they go, you know what, I'm going to host a demo because I might get one for free. And worst case, I'm going to get a heavily discounted one. That's the way our host program works. So I'll be posting some information on that today. So that's the second way you can get them up. And the third way is you can earn it for free by becoming a Norwex consultant or opening a Norwex wholesale account. So that's doing what I do or just shopping for yourself and your friends and family at wholesale price. The mop system actually comes in one of our starter kits and you can earn it for free. So if that's of interest to you too, and you're just already like, oh my gosh, I just want everything in the catalogue, maybe that third option is for you as well. So far, and I love the mop. I do my floors way more than I ever did before. And my teenage daughter's laughing in the background because she's like, you never do it, because we have to do it now. Yes, I make my kids do my floors now since they were about 10 or 9. So super quick and easy, no chemicals, way cheaper, better for you, better for the environment, better for your wallet. Why would you use anything else, really? Anyway, thanks guys. Have a great rest of the day and I'll catch up with you again soon.